Hey guys, it's me, Bombman McGee,
And Master Rat's here.
and today we're going to be doing Krillin from Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball whatever, wherever he's from, screw him. Alright, versus my main man Aang, Aang from The Last Airbender. If no one knows who he is, you can just go kill yourself. Alright, don't do that though, for real, don't do that. No, but, so he's the last airbender, like, for real, he's not the last airbender because, Korra comes along, but, whatever. We won't talk about Korra. She's pretty much stupid. Not serious, but stupid. Alright. And I'm going to start out first. So I'm going to start with my main man, Aang, because Aang is the beast. Aang is awesome. They're both bald, but my dude's got an arrow on his head, so whatever. Alright. So this is, Aang is the guy in the middle right here. He's the cool dude. And, Aang's, he's from the Southern Air Temple, so he started out as an airbender, alright? See, Korra started out as a waterbender. He started out, every avatar usually starts out as their own thing. Like, there's been avatars who have been firebenders who knew how to firebend at first. He knew how to airbend at first. He was pretty good at it, too. A little bit more mischievous. How you say it? Yeah. But here we go. His ethnicity, his race is air nomad. All right. Cool. All right. Now his age in the Last Airbender show, he looks 12, but the funny thing is, he's actually 112 years old. Yep. He aged pretty good. Don't you think, Drew? Don't you think, Master Rat?
Yeah, he aged pretty good, but he could have done better.
Yeah. So he was born in 12 BG, which I don't know if that means before God, or I don't know what it means, but it makes sense if it was. But he was born in 12 BG. And yes, before everyone gets so sad, he did die. But when he died, he looked 66, but he was actually 166. I guess play on words there. But no, he died in 153 AG. So I don't know, after God, I guess. I don't know. Alright, his gender, he's a male, of course. I mean, look at him. I know he looks like, I know he's a little bit like, he looks like a feminine kind of guy, but he's pretty cool. He has gray eyes, which I don't know, I wish I had gray eyes, because that's pretty cool to have gray eyes. Some things are pretty cool, I guess. And actually, he has hair. Did you know that? He had hair?
Yeah.
It's dark brown, but he usually shaves it because he looks cooler, I guess. I don't know. Show off his arrow? Maybe. I don't know. He has light skin color. He's not really like, he kind of looks like an Asian, to be honest. His skin color is kind of Asian looking. Kind of like that kind of color. And in a minute, the girl right here, not the girl in the back, the one that looks pretty cool, but the girl right beside him, her name is Katara, and they will eventually become married, and he will be the husband, she will be the wife, and they will have a son named Tenzin, which is a pretty cool name, and he's the next Avatar, which is not actually, I don't know if he's the next Avatar. No, he's not. I don't know. Maybe. I think he is. I don't know. I haven't really watched The Legend of Korra, so I really don't know. He has a lot of allies. He has Abba, Katara, Momo, Soko, Tenzin, Toph, Zuko, King Boomy, Gatsa, Hikaru, Ara, Kaio, Zuki, Kuzan, Lion Turtle, all those other people. And he has a lot of enemies too. Like some of his enemies are Azula, Oze, Zuko. Well, Zuko was his enemy, now he's his ally, which is pretty happening in some shows. Combustion Man. I don't know what that means. I guess he just combusts because he just blows himself up. I have no idea. Long Fang, Sozin, Yakin, Zhao, Judy, and Dali. His weapons of choice are the elements. So if you don't know, the Last Airbender can control the elements, which there's 4. Well, there's actually more than 4, but the main ones he knows is air, airbending, waterbending, firebending, and earthbending. He did learn how to energy bend, but I'm not really going to talk about that in this episode because I don't really like that. I like to talk about his ones that the show was really based off of, which was the 4 he was trying to learn and trying to defeat the Fire Kingdom, the King of the Fire Kingdom. And he has a glider staff, which most airbenders have glider staffs because they collide, but they kind of like use air to like, propel them, so it's pretty cool. His fighting styles, like I never knew Aang had fighting styles, which it makes sense he does have fighting styles since he like, I mean, he beats the crap out of everybody. He has airbending, which I guess is a fighting style, water bending, and he knows the northern and southern styles. He's earthbending, which he chew jar. Which he uses chew jar in his earthbending. He uses chew jar, prey mantis, kung fu. In his firebending, he uses the dancing dragon, and then he can energy bend, but he really doesn't have a move for the energy bend. He just does it, I guess. Now his procedure, it's not his procedure. His predecessor. The one avatar before him was Roku. That's his name. Master Out, the one that looks really scary when he becomes in his avatar state. Roku was the avatar. All right. And actually, his successor was Korra. So I guess his son didn't become an avatar, even though his son has the same arrow. I guess he never became an avatar. I guess that kind of sucks for him. I guess he never lived up to his dad's example. Okay, so here we go. And so Aang's been through a lot. Okay, first off, the first time he actually What did I say? He first appeared in the first episode, which was the boy in the iceberg. So what happened was that he was actually fighting a war, and then he ended up getting frozen in an iceberg, and then Katara Katara and her brother Zuko found him in an iceberg, and Katara actually didn't know she had water. She didn't know she could water bend until her brother Zuko got her mad enough to where she lifted lifted the iceberg out of the water, and it cracked, or it didn't crack, but it lifted it out of the water, and then Aang woke up and busted that's the first time you actually do see the Avatar state, because his eyes glowed and his arrow glows white. But he broke out of the iceberg, and then they became friends. And then he made love with Katara. The end. No, they became friends. They went on journeys. They went through different. His mission is to learn how to use all the elements. So the first thing he learned. So you got I told you about his superpowers, which I call superpowers because they technically are superpowers. You control the elements. He has airbending, and then he has water bending. That's the second one he went and learned, which is kind of easy because Katara kind of could teach him. But then he also went to a water temple. He went to a water temple to help him enhance his skills at water bending. And then he, after he went to learn how to do water bending, he went and learned how to earth bend. Now, if you don't know, earth bend is pretty cool because it's kind of like you can make armor about anything. And the person that taught him how to earth bend was Toph. Well, some of it he did, but he actually did learn from some other people how to earth bend. But Toph is a blind, earthbender because she can feel the ground. She can feel the marbles on the ground, which helps her see. But Toph can actually metal bend, which means she can control metal, which is pretty cool if you think about it. If you watch Legend of Korra in her older age, she actually can control more, kind of like mud and stuff. Pretty cool. But as you see, he can block it's hard, nothing can break through it, pretty much. And then also his next one he went and learned was firebending. Now the cool thing about firebending is this is pretty much cool anyways. It's fire, and who doesn't like fire? To be honest, come on, be honest with me, who doesn't like fire? And the person that taught him how to do that, not at first. He didn't teach him, but he actually learned. He actually became a good guy, which was Zuko. Zuko was actually a bad guy. He actually is the son of the king. He's a prince, and his sister. It was a cool thing about his sister is that she has fire. I mean, her fire's blue, which is, I don't know why they made it like that. I guess it's hotter than her brother's fire. I don't know, because blue fire means it's hotter, but whatever. But Zuko, I guess, came to a realization that what his father and what the family were doing were bad. So he became friends with Aang. After they fought so many times against each other, he finally became friends with him. And he taught him how to hone in his fire abilities, even though there's other people who taught him how. But their friendship must have made him more powerful. What you're seeing right now is the godly power of Avatar State, which means he brings all four of the elements in together at the same time. Which as you see right now, he has a bubble shield of. Right now he's probably like in defense mode. Right now he's not in attack mode, but right now he has a bubble shield of air, another ring of water going around him, a ring of fire going around him, and just rocks going around him for defense, I guess, and they can attack with him. Which it looks pretty cool. See how his eyes are glowing, his bottom half of his legs glow, and his his forearms glow. It's pretty cool. I would say it's my favorite, his avatar form, but Roku is way more scary when he turns into his, it's scary. I don't think I've ever seen Korra in hers. I think Korra, she just looks scary, really. I've seen some videos of her finally learning how to, energy bend, and it's not, she uses her avatar state to energy. She can't do it. I guess her first time she did it, she went into avatar state to do it, so I guess it's kind of cheating, but, whatever. And he actually is, Aang was the first one to learn the ancient art of energy bending, and was the first known to have actually used the technique in the show. No one else has actually used, not anyone that we've known to use the technique, but there has been some that have learned it, but he's actually the first one to actually use it to fight with. And like I was saying, shortly before the beginning of the 100-Year War, that's what it's called, the 100-Year War, but he was frozen in an iceberg for hundreds of years. I don't know if that's why he didn't age, because he was frozen in an iceberg. That's the Captain America thing, you get frozen in an iceberg, so he didn't age. But he actually is 122, but he only looks 12. That's probably why he didn't age, because he got frozen. Which makes perfectly sense, I wish I could just jump into a freaking pond that's been frozen and just not age for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Get to the future already. Yeah, so he later emerged biological. Oh my god, I cannot talk. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna say it. He was still 12 years old, okay? Alright, and the war was still going on. Even though he was trying to fight it, 100 years ago, it's still going on 100 years from now. Which is pretty much stupid. Yeah, I was fighting it, and we thought we were doing good, but then, I came back and I was like, oh, never mind, we're still fighting. But I'm gonna tell you what, Aang is such a sweet person. He can be. He's a fun-loving, he is he has the mindset of a 12-year-old, so he is naive at sometimes, which makes sense. He's 12, you can't really blame him. It's not like his brain's 122 and his body's 12, his brain's 12 too. And he has a sense of humor, which helps him a lot during his times of fight, depression and despair. He uses his sense of humor to keep him up, but he does get angry sometimes, and when he gets angry, you don't want to be near him, which means if he gets angry, he usually becomes the avatar state, and you definitely don't want to be near him when that happens, because he'll come at you, and he will definitely hurt you. I don't think Aang's ever killed anybody. I don't know if I've seen him on the TV show kill anybody, but I'm pretty sure he has. Come on, throwing 1,000-pound rocks at somebody and squishing them. I don't know if that's gonna kill him, but maybe it will. I don't know. What do you think?
Probably.
Probably. And he refused. I don't know. He refused to eat meat for some reason. I guess he's a vegetarian, and he refused to fight. Well, he was reluctant to fight in his younger years. I guess he just didn't see the point in fighting because he was still a 12-year-old. He wasn't really didn't really know, he can't really understand because he only just got there. He doesn't understand how long people were fighting. He knows it's been 100 years, but he can't see that, you know what I'm saying? So that's about his personality. Now I think I went through all of his abilities, but I'm gonna have to go through. I can go through what he can do with each ability if you want me to.
What can you really say? Oh, he can move water and create a giant beast. Yeah, it's not really that impressive. Oh, he can make a wall. He can move a rock halfway across this earth. It's kind of pretty simple facts.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty much anything he has, he can use his defense and attack, which pretty much means air, water, earth.
Sure.
air, water, earth, fire. He can actually make walls. He can make projectiles. He can make anything. He can bend it to his own will. That's what a bender does. No, I actually never seen him use. Oh wait, I did see him use energy bending. He used like in the last one,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that like it was brief, so you really didn't know. And he has this thing called the Avatar Spirit. I haven't went over that. As the Avatar, Aang is able to connect his past lives to seek advice and guidance. So him being the immediate predecessor of Aang, Roku most often came to the young Airbender's aid. So since Roku was the Airbender before him, or not the Avatar.
Wait, I just now thought of something.
What?
Is Roku that electric tiger from Pokemon?
Yeah, it is.
Huh. So Aang is training with Legendary?
Yes, I mean Roku is pretty powerful in both series. So.
Okay, Aang, I'll use Thunderbolt.
And for example, I'm gonna tell you right now. For example, if you haven't seen the show, I'm gonna tell you like spoilers, but who cares? It's been like 16 years since the show's been on. For example, if it was Roku who warned Aang about the impending return of Zozan's comet,
Thunderfang.
and manifested through the young air nomad in order to defeat a group of firebenders awaiting the Avatar's appearance. You know, he's fought so many people. I feel like most people he's ever fought was like the firebenders. Like the firebenders always want to kill him. I don't know why. And he's also a medium. If no one knows what a medium is,
He can talk to Boo's from Mario.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But he also can talk to he can talk to ghosts. Well, they don't call him ghosts where they're at. What he can actually do is, since he's a carrier of the Avatar spirit, he has the capacity to act as a medium, which is a bridge between the mortal world and the spirit world. So he doesn't have to be in the spirit world to use his power. Like in one of the episodes, there's this giant monster, like death-looking thing, and he actually used his medium powers to talk to it and calm it down and turn it back to wherever it was.
It was a panda.
Well, yeah, it was like yeah, it was a panda. Yeah. And his you know, and that's about it on Aang. But I'm gonna go over his friends because cause his friends are like you gotta know about his friends.
Well, I mean, are they really important? I mean, we're not allowing help.
We're not allowed to help, but you gotta talk about his friends. I mean, come on, they helped him through his journey. You can't just leave the friends out. Like, you just can't say, oh yeah, when Aang came out of the ice bar, he was the most powerful thing in the world. No, it was Katara who helped him. Roku.
We already been over his friends. You talked about how Toph knows mud bending, how Zoku taught him firebending.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna do this then. I already talked about their friends, but I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna show you what their friends look like. That's Toph. The one on the very right is Katara, and the one on the very left is Zuko. And then you got that's Katara right there, the most beautiful person in the world. Everyone knows. And then you're gonna see a picture of Zuko. I don't know if it's Zuko or Zuko, but that's Zuko. And his main weapon of choice was a boomerang. I don't know why, but he was pretty good at it. And then you're gonna see a picture of.
Here, I'll show you. Here,
You're gonna see a picture of what's her name? Toph. Toph is the blind earthbender. She taught Aang, and then you're gonna see a picture of Zuko. And Zuko is pretty cool to me because I feel like Zuko is like a character that you can get to know. Like his dad burned him as a kid. That's why his eyes burned because his dad hit him with fire because he was trying to train him, but he trained him.
Yeah. Well, I need to get to Krillin, dude. Because...
Yeah, I know. Right here on Krillin. There's a picture. I'm just gonna tell you. There's a picture of Dragon Ball Z right now on title. Now, I'm about to show a picture of Krillin so you can start talking about him. Alright, your turn, Master Rat.
Okay, so Krillin is a man a kid who I just started out as a kid that Goku met from his childhood. For years, him and Goku trained. It took a little while, but Krillin died like 4 times before he reached his adulthood. By the time Krillin reached an adult, he had died a total of 15 times.
Jeez, man. Better than Goku, I bet.
Anyways, Krillin mastered through years some attacks. He mastered Goku's Kamehameha. allowing him, and he made it his own. He can blast a normal Kamehameha or make it a bending Kamehameha, which allows him to bend the Kamehameha wave any way he wants. And it can also explode in midair, causing the explosion Kamehameha wave. So he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. One of his other tricks, thanks to Ten Shinhan, is the solar flare. The only way to avoid this is if you blink or you close your eyes. I mean, it's kind of a stupid move, but if you don't see it coming, you really don't have time. He also has a few key blasts, and he can fly. He also has one of his most famous moves, which somehow never works. In the history that he's had it, the Destructo Disc.
Yeah, I know. Like when that episode when he was trying to cut off Vegeta's tail, and instead, like, it was the other dude with his freaking ninja sword.
Yeah.
Samurai sword.
Destructo Disc, but he has mastered Destructo Disc in other ways. He has learned to control it and make it go where he wants. While Krillin may not be the toughest opponent, he is really skilled. And he has even got one of the hottest tricks ever, Android 18.
Yeah, I still don't understand how they had a baby.
Because technically Android 18's the rest of her was a robot, but not her parts.
Well, how does that work? Was she a human at first?
Yeah. Anyways.
See.
Krillin is
to get with Android, you know.
Yeah. Krillin is a tough opponent and will not go down without a fight. Even if the fight seems too tough, he usually tries and stands up for what's right.
Yeah, but he
never
wins, though. I mean, he's been killed how many times? 15 times? Yeah.
Well, officially, by the time he reached 42, by the time he has died, is 21.
Yeah, and so he tries to step up and fight, but he ends up dying. Well, at least he tried.
Well, not all the time. Not all the time. Let's take the Tournament of Power, for example. This was where Goku had to go up against gods, against beings who could defeat gods from other universes. Yamcha was not chosen. Yamcha was kicked out.
Dang, Yamcha sucks anyways.
Boo was also kicked out.
What? Why?
Because he fell asleep, and Hercule said that if he slept like that, he'd sleep for 5 years at least. So they didn't have 5 years, so they chose Frieza.
Why didn't they put Yamcha in?
I don't know. Anyways, they put Frieza in. Anyways, Krillin joined this, and was the they had some good players. He was eliminated right after his wife was eliminated.
Dang. At least you tried, dude. At least you last longer than your wife. Yeah.
But Krillin is not a very good strategist. And while if he even is to come up with a strategy, it usually ends up failing in the end.
Yeah, name one.
I had a good birthday.
Name one
But-
strategy. That you came up with. I can name one. When he tried to cut off Vegeta's tail when he was in monkey form.
Yeah. But yet, we have to give it to Krillin. At least he knows what he's doing,
Hey, you're gonna have to
and he
stop
is
every
great.
15 minutes.
And he has faced challenges farther than he knows. So I have to give it to Krillin. At least he's not Yamcha.
Yeah, I guess. Yamcha, I don't know, man. Yamcha, should not be a Saiyan.
Oh yeah, did I also mention that Krillin defeated Cell by himself?
Yeah, I mean, so did Goku, but I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Well, Goku gave up and let Gohan fight him. I don't know if this was canon, but Android 21. Anyways, after meeting 21, he defeated Cell. So he defeated Cell because Cell attacked his wife, whatever.
Dang, man. Hey, at least he knows how to protect a woman, right? You attack my wife,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight you, but I might die. At least I
Well, he
tried.
won. Anyways, let's discuss who we think should win.
Okay, let's see. My guy knows 5 elemental abilities. He's a master of all 5. I feel like Krillin is not a Saiyan, so he can't go Super Saiyan. So his power level is high, but it's not that high. So He can use the destructo disc, but can the destructo disc cut through pure energy? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's really no saying. Krillin has had his fair shells of death and lost,
Yeah.
but so has Aang. Aang has lost before
Yeah,
too.
but Aang's never died.
And you already did say Aang doesn't like to fight, so just a fight
No,
over a
he
Dragon
doesn't
Ball.
like he doesn't like to fight when he was younger, in his younger age.
Still,
Now, I'm not talking about his adulthood, but I'm talking about his age where he was at the fight and where he liked to fight, where he was a good fighter.
Yeah.
So,
I have to give it to Krillin. I really do.
Krillin doesn't know any freaking martial arts, bro.
He trains with Goku.
Yeah, well, I mean, Aang knows. I'm just saying right now, Aang is more powerful. First of all.
Okay, let's say this. Who's stronger, Goku or Aang?
Oh, who's stronger? Like, what do you mean? Like, can lift more?
No, like who would win that fight? It'd have to be Goku.
Who would win a fight against Goku?
Yeah, and Aang.
Goku and Aang. Well, Goku's stronger. Definitely, because Goku
And faster.
Because Goku can go Super Saiyan. I guess. Well, if Aang went into his Avatar state, he would definitely win.
I doubt it. Goku's Super Saiyan Blue.
Not
with
against
it.
Goku. I'm talking about against Krillin.
Yeah. Well, how about next time maybe when we get a chance we'll do Aang versus Goku.
Aang versus Goku. I mean, I don't really care about Aang versus Goku, to be honest. I just think that, you know what? I feel like, oh, there's Krillin with hair. Krillin, you look stupid with hair. To be honest, that's probably why you shave it, or I don't know how you lost it. But
Actually, he does shave it because he says it helps him move faster, and it does.
Okay. Well,
And if Aang was trying to flee, I guess Krillin could just use the bending Kamehameha wave and follow him.
yeah, but who's faster, Krillin or Aang?
And I'd have to give it to Krillin.
Because it has been proven that Aang is a lot. It's agile and he can dodge people throwing rock. I think the Earthbenders who's shooting rocks are going faster than a bullet. So if he can dodge a rock going like at least, I don't know, over 100 miles per hour, and he could dodge pure water. Like when you shot at him.
Yeah, I guess Aang would be faster. Well, we'll let the fans decide this one.
Yeah, I hate having y'all decide all the time, but you know what? We just can't come to an understanding of who will win because, you know, it just feels like, you know, you're choosing the guy who you want to win, but I'm choosing the guy who I want to win.
Anyway, so
it's like, whatever.
there we go.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.